We're a couple of minutes delayed, but I think it's best to start, when beginning to start, people will come in to the sessions. I would like, as chairman of this conference, to give some words. On behalf of the organization committee and program committee, it is our pleasure to welcome you on board on the third edition of the National ID and ePassport Conference in Istanbul, the 24th and 25th of October 2011. Let us start by sharing with you our enthusiasm and pride of being part of such distinguished panels of speakers, a group of leading experts and thinkers, and well-respected, industry leaders. It is the active contribution of the participants that make this working conference the bestseller that it has become. The original idea of the conference was created in 2009 with the purpose of creating a forum for the industry leaders, thinkers, experts, and technological drivers to create this forum. The combination of panel sessions where expertise, knowledge, and innovation is shared in an open discussion forum has proven to meet a distinguished industry demand. Let us all make this opportunity to share our values, our experiences, to do networking, to present real world case studies, as well connect to the industry, colleagues, governmental authorities, and to create good relations. We would like to thank our speakers who is contributing their valuable insights, our participants who is coming. We were counting, by the way. We have participants from 30 different countries, from USA to Malaysia. And everyone's input, and our sponsors, of course. Without our sponsors, this was not, we were not able to make it, for the generous support to make this event, possible. Also, I would like to thank the support of the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Turkey. Without them, we couldn't, do this forum here. And also the official support from the European Union and the given patronage from Nelly Kroes, the Commissioner for Digital Media. That's all from now. I would like then to open this session. You're free during the sessions, if you would like, to ask the speakers and the participants questions about different subjects. Let us know. So let the moderator know, and you can have the word. One organizational, issue. We are going to have sessions today in Turkish, and on the reception there is a translator. Does everyone have the translator and a headset? Because we are going to have during the afternoon sessions in Turkish, so you can choose this translator, to switch from Turkish to English and English to Turkish, so you can understand, the speakers. Okay, that's all from me. Very welcome, everyone, and let's make networking, and let's exchange experiences. And I would like, after my speech, to hand it over to Mr. Aksoy.
Hello and welcome to Istanbul. My name is Avni Aksoy. I am the Director of Information Technologies in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Although we have a sizable Turkish contingent, I think the lingua franca is English, so I'd like to welcome you all. maybe just a word in Turkish. Hoş geldiniz. We are glad to see you all here, and I am also honored to be invited to open being one of the welcoming speakers of the conference. However, this conference has an unfortunate timing due to what happened in Turkey yesterday, the day before yesterday, in the eastern province of Van. We have hundreds of people dead, a lot more injured. So I think it would be only appropriate if we just pay them our respects for just a minute of silence. Thank you very much. This is the second National eID and ePassport conference I am attending, and I find it to be a very useful gathering of top expert companies, top experts themselves, and although the numbers of attending people may not be all that great, but the quality of the contributions, I'm sure, going to teach every one of us something new. I, for one, am learning a lot in these conferences. I learn a lot from my contacts with the top experts in the industry. And this is one of the best opportunities that you can have to network yourselves with the others in the industry. Although I have a lingering doubt that you all know each other, but there are always newcomers, there are always new ideas and new initiatives. I'm sure everyone would like to keep abreast of. Therefore, and I hate long speeches. I don't like to take too much of your time, but I'd like to conclude just by saying that we, as one of the supporters of the conference, as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, are more than welcome. We would like to offer all our assistance to everyone who may need anything at all, and so we can help with whatever we can. Please feel free to ask. It's yours for the asking. And I hope to see you I hope to see more of you and more of the brilliant ideas that I'm sure you have brought along with yourselves during the next couple of days. And without further ado, really, I would like to invite Mr. Georgi Vashadze, Deputy Minister of Justice from Georgia, as the next speaker. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hello, everybody. Many thanks to conference organizers. This is really great possibility to speak about the projects, what we are doing in different countries, and what is also very important, we can discuss these projects with private sector as well, not only with different governmental officials. So this is really best possibility to speak about eIDs and ePassports. I have been on many different conferences, but I should underline that this is really, I think, the single conference which is directly dedicated to these projects, eID and ePassport. Especially EID project, I think, is very important for all countries because this is some kind of basis and fundamental foundation for the e-developments in any country, for e-governance or e-business, what is very important for 21st century in order to develop the country economy and in order to be more like futuristic in some views and visions. So for any government, I think it's very important and important to implement EID project successfully. And again, many thanks to our conference organizers. Special thanks to Mr. Konstantin, who invited us to this conference. And of course, many thanks to Turkish hosts who received us in Istanbul, in this great and big city. And now I will start my presentation. So my presentation will be about Georgia and Georgian EID. In the beginning of presentation, I want to just briefly tell you our achievements. International rankings, we're number 16 now in doing business ranking according to World Bank 2012. We're number 7 in ease of starting business. We're number 1 in property registration ranking. We are number and according to World Bank, we are number 1 reformer for the last 5 years. So, and also, this was quite important. If you will compare Georgia just 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago, we're far below 100. So we have 4th place in construction permit and we have 7th place in company registration. Again, international rankings, 2nd place in public, let's say, customer service efficiency according to EBRD Life in Transaction. 92% of citizens, they like services from, they are satisfied with official document issuance in Georgia, and only 1% of population believe that irregular payments are used for receiving official documents. And we are number 1 in all surveyed countries in satisfaction with official document delivery. Then life in transaction, again EBRD, only 2% of citizens experience bribery for the last years. Corruption perception is the lowest in surveyed countries. It is just 4%, and 78% of the citizens agree that corruption has fallen in the last 4 years, the highest in all the surveyed countries. And same information from Global Corruption Barometer, Transparency International 2010. According to their information, research, only 3% users paid bribes for public services. 77% of citizens perceive governmental actions toward the fighting against corruption as effective, and 78% of citizens think that corruption level has been decreased, dramatically decreased in last 3 years in Georgia. According to Transparency International, we're the most effective government in the fighting against corruption. If you will compare just with Georgia, the same figures with Georgia in 2005 or 2004, there is really huge difference. Like we were like one of the most corrupted country in the world. Even in old Soviet Union, Georgia was famous with its, let's say, corrupt system and corrupt, let's say, life. And it is really tremendous change, and many international newspapers, publishers, are calling all these reforms as a mental revolution in Georgia. So we have just changed our approach to everything. History of ID cards. So 1998, 2004, it was just time for popularization of idea. 2006, we have started preparation of draft law on digital signature. 2008 we have adopted the law, and in 2009 we have adopted the technical regulations for digital signature and all this infrastructure what we're creating now in Georgia. And in 2010 Civil Registry Agency has started implementation of the project of electronic ID card, which is under Ministry of Justice. And in 2011, 1st of August, we have issued first ID card in Georgia. How Georgian ID card looks like? We have ID card with two interfaces, contact and contactless interface. We have examined the experience of almost all countries around the world who are issuing ID card, and we decided to issue ID card which will have both interface. Why? Because it will increase the usage of ID card, and it will increase the let's say available services with ID card, and it will increase the doing business possibilities in country. That's why we have started issuing of eID with two interfaces. Implementation components. This is, I think, very important, and I want to underline that only issuing ID card or to have just a card itself in place, it doesn't mean that you have everything and that's what you needed to reach there. So here is the 5 component of implementation for eID project. We think that, of course, very important is card body, which is done in Georgia by Milbauer. Very important is the certificate authority, the digital signature infrastructure, let's say, which is done by Prime Key Solution in Georgia. Very important is personalization infrastructure for this everything. Then is coming interface development, so it means that development of different applets in order to use ID card in simplest way in everyday life, and services, implementation of services, many different services. This is also a key issue, because if there is no many different services on market available with ID card, not so many people will take the document itself, because there should be motivation to take the document, to take the ID card. Contact interface in our ID card are used for online identification and digital signature. So it means you are just putting the ID card in the reader, typing your numbers, 4 or 5 digit number. It depends. If you need just identification, you are typing 4-digit number, and you can access the services which you could not access without that like identification. 5-digit number you are typing when you need to access, like when you need to use the digital signature, and now you can sign in Georgia, for example, usual Word, PDF or other documents, and you can send through email, and it will be official document. But only signing of the document, unfortunately, is not the end of the project, because there should be quite big like software infrastructure at the base of the usage of ID card, in order to have the history of the signed document, in order to have special archiving system, for example, or document exchange system between different governmental or private companies. So this is quite huge infrastructure which needs to be created in country in order to be to have tangible, let's say, usage of ID card itself. Contactless interface. Contactless interface we are going to use in Georgia in many quick services what we have around us in country. For example, it will be used as a service card, and you will be in Ministry of Justice. You can enter only with ID card now. Our employees can enter only with ID card. Saving cards. It can be used for businesses. It can be used as a payment card as well, of course. And plus, for example, from next year, in the beginning of next year, we will have the project in place when the ID card will be the travel card as well in the capital of Georgia, in Tbilisi. And many other purposes, so it really doesn't have any limitation. There can be 2 ways of, let's say, services, let's say 2 kind of services when we are using contactless interface. Services which are working in online, and it doesn't need any kind of, let's say, extra applet creation or like storing on the chip itself, and the services which are working in offline, which needs to store some, like to record some applet on ID card itself, and it will be used in offline like usage as well. For example, for travel cards, for the beginning of the project, we will have the offline usage of the card. So you will just buy your travel, let's say, card with ID card, which will, then special machine will just record the applet on the ID card, and then you will be able to just travel with bus, metro, or I don't know, any other like public transport in Georgia. Way to success. What is very important to success and for EID success? One of the most important is, as I already mentioned, many services. If services are not available, people are thinking that we have just changed, instead of the paper-based ID card, we took the plastic one, and there is no any difference between them. So I think that especially for the role